Hi, Dewey.
Peter, happy
David.
Hogmanay.
I thought you said we were recording this tomorrow.
No, no.
Oh, I would have tidied my shed up a bit.
Is that the windswept look?
I'll tell you what, it is windswept. It's been windswept in Shetland this week, I'll tell you.
Well, that's it.
We've had a lot of
windy
wind.
here.
A lot of wind.
It's those sprouts.
It hasn't just been coming through my shed either. So there we go. How are you getting on? Right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Hogmanay, as Davey says. This is the last show.
This
is the final frontier. But listen, we're going out in a glory because we've enjoyed it so much, and it's just been great. Tartan Tunes has been fantastic, but all you folk out there have made it as well. Yep. Because if you hadn't been there listening, there'd have been no point. But that's 3 years under the bag, and we'll blether as we go along. What we're going to have is a bit of music to begin with. I'll tell you, right, one of the ones. By the way, were you out with the pipe band today? No, you're looking rather fresh, right enough.
Hold on a second. That's my pipes.
Well, okay. Yeah. Never mind.
Yep.
Anyway, brilliant. Listen, so what we're doing tonight, folks, is we've got a selection, lots of folk that's been in the show in the last 3 years. Obviously, it's not everybody. We appreciate absolutely everybody, but we have had 240 odd guests, so we'll be here for a week.
Exactly 240 guests as of last week.
Was it? Right. Okay. So if we had everybody on, we couldn't. We just couldn't manage. So we've picked some videos and things for you tonight, and some of the past guests have sent some wee messages in and things for you to have a wee listen to. So I'm looking forward to it already. This band, we have had the whole band on as individual artists.
We did. We got.
We did.
A full house.
There was one we were after. So we're going to start off tonight with Blazing Fiddles. And do you know, this track comes up in my royalties check, Davey, which is really nice. And it comes up Pat the Budgie, and I've always been thinking, I never wrote Pat the Budgie. What's this about? Why am I getting money for this? It's the name they call the set, and it's the tune The Inside Out Fish Eater that I wrote. Is the first tune, and they played it in the Hogmanay show about 5 years ago, so that helped as well. So, but it keeps coming up, this Pat the Budgie, and I thought, well, man, I'm making money for this, and I don't want to be honest. I thought somebody else's tune was getting, but that's what it is. So,
did you ever think about
thank you very much, Blazing Fiddles. Here they are. We said, and Angus Lyons on piano. Obviously, Angus was a guest. Jenna Reid, Shetland, Kirsten Harvey, Orkney. Who else have we got in Blazing Fiddles now? Anna Massey, Rory McMillan, and we're missing one.
Bruce.
What's his name again? That McGregor fellow.
Bruce.
Anyway, here we go. Have some music. A marvellous start to the show. A marvellous start to the show. What a band. If you've never
Yeah.
seen Blazing Fiddles live, folk, and they happen to be close to you or far away from you, go and see them. Because they're absolute gem on stage. They're pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. Great musicians and entertainment. But it's really good to have them on. It's good. Did you notice the list came out?
I did, yes, I did, and I checked it a couple of times, and again, no mention of us.
Not a mention.
No.
Twice we've been in the Trad Awards nominated.
Yeah.
Twice we've been the bridesmaid. But I thought maybe with twice we might get an old honours list.
Yeah, well, anyone can get on that.
Yeah, I mean they hand out these MBEs like
Sweeties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not to us, apparently.
No to us, no.
I think it's because I hang about in my shed.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe got something to do with it.
Did you watch the programme on BBC the other night that was behind the scenes of the coronation?
Oh no, I've not seen it yet, but it looked quite interesting.
Very interesting seeing how they do things and how they got the photos and all that. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
There's a few shots of my mate Paul Burns, who's the current Sovereign's Piper.
Brilliant. Right, I'll have to watch that.
Bald napper.
What was I going to say? Can people still put comments on tonight, David? I don't know. We're recording this.
We're recording this. We won't be. They can stick comments in as it goes, as it plays,
and they can speak to each other, and you can still share it about all over the world as much as possible on Facebook and YouTube.
We won't be able to interact with them from here and show on the screen.
No,
but we will
obviously,
we will be looking at them.
No, it's a bit kind of like Back to the Future kind of thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Marty! Now, the next artiste was the 9th or 10th guest on the show.
Really? That early? Yeah. Wonderful singer.
She was on with me as a guest.
Would Were you and her on the same night?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the same night. Yeah, this was before you were presenting because Ross McNaughton done it just for a wee while.
Yes, he did. He did it up until April 4th.
Yeah, he done it for about I don't know what was that, about 3 months or something. And
he
then
did 54 guests.
right, okay. Right, there we go. And then Ross said he had other commitments and he was wanting to give up. And I thought, wait a minute, we interviewed that guy, Davey Hunter. I thought he was pretty good. So we gave you a phone and you instantly accepted. And 2.5 years later, we're still battering away at it. But there we go. But the one difference between you and Ross is you and I have actually met in person. I've never met Ross in person. So
3 times?
Yeah, we've met quite a few times.
Braemar, Camperdown, Trads.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. But anyway, this young lady, Beth Malcolm, an amazing singer. I met her the first time before COVID. I met her at the Orkney Folk Festival. She was singing with her dad that night, Jim Malcolm, as in Old Blind Dogs fame. And
he's not bad.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. But this girl is something special. Great voice. So let's hear Beth.
It's her dad's song as well.
Yeah, that's the Acklety movie.
There we go.
When the springtime comes, I get hungry for the north. Like the geese, I want to fly, make an arrow in the sky. I want to travel like a salt sea clinker round the Hebridean Isles, 'cause I've fallen hook, line, sinker for a Bonnie Mackenzie child, and I'll be waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, where the primroses grow by the road to the mountains of Skye. I'll be shedding my clothes 'cause it feels like the 4th of July. I want to truck along 100 beat roads, see the Hebrides in style, but I'll be sailing the way that the wind blows to my Bonnie Mackenzie child, and I'll be waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy. I want to travel like a salt sea clinker round the Hebridean Isles, 'cause I've fallen hook, line, sinker for a Bonnie Mackenzie child, and I'll be waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy, waiting for you in a Achlety buoy.
Lovely. Wonderful voice.
Love the jazz.
Wonderful voice. And when I met her first, she was a school teacher. She had graduated and she was teaching in school. And she actually gave up just before COVID teaching to go full time. She was one of these kind of unlucky people that had just went into the business as it shut down, basically. So,
Yeah.
but with quality like that, she's come through the other side and survived.
Genetic.
I was just thinking, we've got some list of tracks here tonight, so we better not talk just too much.
Yeah, but that's what folk watch the show to hear us talk rubbish.
Well, they've had plenty of that in the last 2.5 years, that's for sure. Anyway, this next wee track ties in fine because I think it was, I'm not sure if Beth was at Orkney Folk Festival that year, but I was down with the band and Andy Kane and me set off in the car one day with tripod and camera and recorded a wee set of jigs at the Churchill Barriers in Orkney.
Yes.
And we have also quite a few followers that's for Orkney. Joe has been there right since the beginning.
Yes.
Joe Nicholson, he's been there the whole time. So here's a wee set of jigs for the Churchill Barrier. So if you look really closely in the background, you can see the old ships still sunk there that they did in World War II. And Andy Kane on fiddle here with me. Andy plays in the band. And I had to get Andy to stand forward maybe about 3 or 4 feet because he's quite a bit smaller than me. So to make us... No, I never said that, but that's okay. Great one. That was playing one of the wee accordions by Tom Cruikshank from the Squeezebox shop. Tom was allowed to travel at the time because in COVID times, Tom was going up and down to Shetland as well because he's a surveyor. and he would bring me an accordion up and let me play it for a month and then take
Hand
it away.
luggage.
Yeah. So, and that was a wee beauty, that one. That was a wee cracking accordion. But that was Orkney. Between us, both kind of found all the guests ourselves. You've had a lot of contacts that you knew folk, and I did a lot of contacts on the other side. So we've hopefully managed to make it fairly varied for folk. It's all really done in the traditional idiom, really.
Yeah.
But obviously coming from overseas, and as we'll hear some later on. But we've had Ireland, Scotland, England,
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, we'll hear some of that later on too. The next guest that we had on was somebody that you got in touch with, and I didn't really know Claire. Claire Hastings, that's coming on next week, Dumfriesshire as well.
No, Claire Gullen first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Wrong Claire. I'm looking at the rest. Yeah, Claire Gullen. Sorry, I'll
Peter's note says Claire.
It did. And I was going to tie it in with Claire Hastings because Andy was telling me he used to teach her fiddle at the school at one point in time, but there we go. So,
We'll come back to that.
Claire Gullen, sorry. Mine said Claire. And Claire Gullen came on quite early in the programmes as well.
Yeah, it would have been one of my early ones anyway.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Claire went down an absolute storm with the audience. The audience just took to Claire. Claire was, she's originally from the northeast of Scotland, lives in Glasgow now, but there's a tremendous amount of work tuition-wise and getting people together and doing an awful lot of work. So I think this is a couple of 6/8 marches she's going to play for us here. And enjoy. That's draw. Nice swingy 6/8. Now, I think the first one was possibly our own tune, so that was possible.
Possibly.
And it was, you can really hear that northeast fiddle style in Claire's playing. And the other thing is, she was actually accompanying herself on piano there. What she was doing,
Yes.
she recorded the piano herself and then set it off and played along with it. Because we had to become all innovative in COVID times and find out all these things about technology that we had no Scooby-Doo about at all. Well, some did. You had a wee bit more idea anyway, because that's your work. But like I say, there was a lot of us had a big learning curve, and it was just finding out. And the only way to really
You're learning curve like that.
Yeah, I know, but the only way to do it was to get your swimming trunks on and jump into the sea, basically. That was it, because if you tried to be too worried about getting things wrong, you'd have been there forever. Because it just happened at the time. So, next guest we had on.
Well, see, this was a bittersweet one again, because he managed to beat us in the social media.
I was trying
awards.
my best not to bring this up, but
well, we have to. It's our last show. I mean, Big Grab Awards, and he beat us for social media. You know, I mean, we've done so much for Big Grab over the years, and
I know.
I
thought, and then he dumped us for a grade 1 pipe major that does a wee cooking program. I mean, he was on there cooking omelettes and crap like that, and we're doing our nut and bringing all the best in Scottish music and all that. He's got his pipes packed in a case and he's tarting up a mushroom or something. You know, it's just.
Oh, here's another steak tartare. Oh,
yeah. And
Speaking of steak tartare,
one claim to fame I have is I played in Colburn Pipe Band with Chris one year, and very many years ago, nearly 30 years ago, and he played with us for a season that year, and then he went on, of course, I think he went to play with Eden. He played with the Ficken at one point, maybe that was before us, and then he had David Urquhart travel.
Yeah, Urquhart travel, yeah. The hellish Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and then over to Power after that. I can't remember. I'm not going to get into this because I can't mind the Power is.
Scottish Power. Scottish Power as far as yeah. It was Power of Scotland one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's where I get mixed up. You see, I'm old enough to remember that. Yeah. But an amazing piper. Absolutely incredible player. And when he came on the show, it was great fun actually getting him on the show at the end of the day. Because we had a lot of barter about cooking and who was the best show and nonsense. By the way, if you're watching out there, Simon, from the Trad Awards, we haven't started a new yet, but we'll get a dig in later on. Nominated twice.
It's been a long show.
Here's Chris Armstrong. That's just being real, I think. Brilliant. Great.
Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I showed him how to do that. He was struggling, but I helped him out. That bottom handle was a wee bit shabby, but we got him sorted out in the end. It's okay.
Blowing his D's.
He showed me how to cook some 3 times fried chips or something like that in exchange for. Anyway, that was great. We've been fortunate over the last 3 years as well. There's been quite a few Shetland guests on, actually, because we do have quite a wealthy players up here. We're lucky that way. And a lot of fiddle players, of course. And Kevin Henderson, Maurice Henderson, Chris Stout, they've all been on. And of course, Kevin was over in Norway at the time. I think he'd done the show in Norway.
Yeah.
And it's been great having him on. But this young lady, she was actually in Blazing Fiddles in the first track as well. But this was, I wanted to play this track because it's a stunning track. It's Jenna Reid and Harris Playfair. And Jenna's always just been incredibly supportive of everything, traditional music-wise. And I noticed she's brought a children's book out.
She has, called The Telescope.
So there we go. Look that one up as well. And then the other thing is Shetland Arts used to run a thing up here called Fiddle Frenzy. It was like a face school thing for a week, learning fiddle, and they decided not to do it for some reason this year with cutbacks, etc. So Linda Anderson from Yale, but stays now down near Dumfries, and Jenna have taken on the mantle to run it themselves. And they're going to do it, and so I'm looking forward to that next year as well. We've got a wee booking to play a dance for them, so I'm really looking for that. So if you'd like to, and I've got some great tutors that week as well. Obviously they'll be about, and Kirsten Henry's one of the tutors, and I can't mind all the tutors now, but if you go online and look for it, you'll find it, I'm sure. But in Jenna Reid Shetland Fiddle School, I'm sure you'll find something. But here is Jenna with the amazing piano player, the wonderful Mr. Harris Playfair, who's just genius as well. And they're both from Corf, which is really interesting. But Harris has lived away for many, many years in the borders of Scotland.
This is the Hurricane, which is quite apt for Shetland.
It is the new. You should hear it outside me shed. Yeah, that's how to play a fiddle.
Stunning playing.
How to play a fiddle.
That's how to play
And a
piano.
piano player as well, amazing, eh? Fantastic. That's in the Mariel up here in Shetland. It's a nice venue. So,
Was that
brilliant.
the Wrigley sisters that ran that?
No, they were in Orkney.
Was it Orkney? All right, my apologies.
They had the real.
Oh, that's what it was.
Mariel. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but there we go. So yeah, and obviously we've been doing this for 2.5 years. Lots has changed in both our lives. When we started doing this, for instance, a children's book would have been no interest to you whatsoever that Jen has written. And now you've nearly got a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Amy, yeah. She's really coming on leaps and bounds. And of course, we said at one point about raising money over the years. Davey and I have made nothing out of this at all. In fact, it's cost us money to run this show. But the one thing we did do was manage to raise some money for charity. And one of the charities was dear to your heart at that point in time.
Yeah, we raised money for the neonatal unit in Nine Wells in Dundee, where Amy spent the first 6-7 weeks of her life.
Yeah.
So.
And look at her now, bouncing about, nicking the Christmas baubles off the tree.
Yes, nicking the crisps, just causing a riot.
It's great.
Like tonight, she had a meltdown because we wouldn't give her another Advent chocolate because we're a bit behind.
Yeah. Well, Karen and I, and of course, I was at Karen to come on this tonight. But she would come out to the shed, I don't think, in a night like this. But because Karen had a huge part in starting Tartan Tunes as well, because she kind of set up all the channels and set up looking for software to do this and do that and do all this kind of admin stuff and got us all started. So, but we were just talking about it with Grace and Angus, our two as well. And we had Sonny was up, Karen's other son. He was up for Christmas, so it was wonderful to have them all together. But our two Grace is nearly 10 and Angus is nearly 9, and it's just amazing. It's just time goes by, so enjoy it. Next person we've got coming on, I think he was doing Euroway for a wee while as well. And then
he was, yeah. He played a few sessions with
Barry Nisbet from Shetland as well, another Shetland artist. Barry's up in Cullivo now. He's back living here, a sailor. He was a skipper of a lot of the tall ships and all that kind of stuff. And then done his music degree, the same music degree that I done. And he's actually playing in the band with us now as well, which is good. So Barry brought out a solo album last year or the year before as well. And this song's on it. But I didn't realise that. And then we were playing at the folk festival this year, and I said, "Can you do a song?" And he picked this one, and we done it. And I said, "Oh, that's a great song," and I didn't realise he wrote it as well. So, so well done. So here it is. Here I Am Again by Barry Nisbet.
Here I am again, and I'm living the life over, and my body is tired, but my brain is so wired, and I just want this day to be over, and we go on, risking it all without reason. And I'm tired of the aimless fears of the nameless and hopes for a better season. Here I am again, and I'm living the life of a dreamer. But a dream that's got old leaves me feeling so cold, and looking for something that's greener. Used to feel so free, used to be motivated, just moving along, living life like a song, feeling this was why I was created. Here I am again, here I am again, here I am again, here I am again. Here I am again, and I'm dreaming the life over, and it's looking for ways that a man can get paid, and I just want this day to be over. Here I am again, here I am again, here I am again, here I am again.
It's a lovely song, that one. Great. Yeah, good. See if we play a track, right? And then when you zoom back into me and I'm just sitting in a chair in the middle of like a field, it's because the shed's blown away.
I think that was easier worries.
Because I'm hearing some creaks here tonight that I've never heard before. And it's not me. There's definitely some creaks going on. And my Christmas lights in the tree that I put outside are looking a bit dishevelled.
They'll come down themselves.
Yeah, they are. They're going to come down.
Now,
see over time, I was just going to say about that the next other. We've been kind of in awe, haven't we, about some people that have been on that are very famous people. And
well, yeah, because this next guest we had on was something I had my dad play.
Yeah.
In the car. I spoke about my dad played the accordion. Well, he did play the accordion. Not very well, but he played it.
Yeah.
And this is the sort of stuff he listened to as well, was this drummer and Graham Allen?
Foster and Allen. Well, this is Mick Foster and not Graham.
Nope.
You've just done it to me now. Anyway, right. So, yeah. He's Googling. Tony
Allen.
Tony. But Mick, I thought, wow, I knew Moira Fraser, and I've known Moira, Mick's wife, for a long, long time. She's another Aberdeen wife, Quine. And I said, I was in touch with Moira. In fact, she'd recorded a children's album or something as well, and she got me to do a bit of vocals in the middle of it for her. Not singing, I hasten to add, just a speak over for a bit of the story.
Oh, I've got to find that. That.
I'll send it to you sometime. And she sent me a thing about a month later saying it was really nice because we wanted a Shetland voice on it. And I said, but I'm not face settling originally. And she said, "Oh, I didn't tell anybody, but I just have." Anyway, so, but Moira, I've got in touch with Moira and said, "Do you think Mick Foster would come on? Would Mick come on speak?" She said, yeah, I'm sure he would, And he came on, absolute gentleman, a guy. And I mean, talking about sitting there, he was sitting in his room, just having a wee tune, and they played us some live stuff. And all the gold discs on the wall behind him, which is pretty amazing, getting that kind of stuff with traditional music, and play it. But I found that night even more that he was very, very into traditional Irish music and things, whereas Foster and Allen sound tended to be quite, I would say, like an Irish Alexander Brothers, nearly that kind of idea. It was singing that popular ballads, and but he really likes to have a tune as well. So I was glad I found this one, which is a trad session, and Mick and Moira, his wife, is on the piano in this one actually in the session as well. But fab people, and I sent them over one of my CDs, and Moira sent me a wee video on Christmas, and she said, "Here, we're heading to Christmas dinner somewhere," and she says, "Listen what's on the stereo and the Merc," and it was my CD. So I thought, "Oh, that's rather nice," that Mick was playing.
It is. Anyone who's got a Merc playing your CD is nice.
Yeah, exactly. So here it is. It's Mick Foster and Moira Fraser that were guests on the show in the session here in Ireland. So I'm sure you'll get your feet tapping with this one.
Take care, partners.
Brilliant. I love that track, the way the momentum kind of builds up and it gets drivier and drivier. It's really cool.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully. Now then,
Yeah.
this next guest, I didn't realise when I was putting this up, but you said it's one of your favourite songs.
One of my favourite songs.
And when this man was on the show, it was an absolute hoot that night.
I believe he was partaking in spirits.
Oh, was he? What, the evil kind of?
Is all spirits are evil? You know that, Peter.
Yeah. We used to have a friend that came round that used to call him he could get rid of every spirit in our house, just like that. No problem.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Yeah. Anyway, good. But Finlay Napier came on the show, and it was great. He's just a born entertainer, really, isn't he? He's just...
Yeah. Years of playing in like Back of the Moon and Phil Napier, the Barry Mountaineers, just story-driven songs as his thing. I mean,
and then, of course, he recorded this one. And I think we actually played this on the show that night, actually.
Probably.
And Hamish Imlach's song, the cod liver oil and the orange juice. So it's just a brilliant song.
To the east there, come a Hogmanay. Oh, the weepy Blackton. Glory, hallelujah. God livered oil and the orange juice. But into a poverty covered paralytic. Oh, beepy inside it. What a hell of a mixture. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Does this bus go to the dentist in Bali? Oh, I'm looking for a lumber. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. At the dancing he made oh, flew to the garbles. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Well, new Mary, are you dancing? Oh no, it's just the way I'm standing. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Well, new median, 1 in a million. Oh, so's your chances. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Got paid of sand shoes. You're hell of a funny. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Out to the back, close down into the dunny. Oh, it wasn't for the first time. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. The Cameron mammy, she was going to the clutchy. Oh, I buggered off sharpish. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Mary, she's looking for her hard man. Oh, station. Sahara and a camel, cod liver oil and the orange juice. Now Lady Mary, she's had a little baby. Oh, feathers in the army. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Cod liver oil and the orange juice.
Brilliant.
Magic.
Love
Yeah,
it.
really good. Very, very good. Yeah. And of course, I taught Finlay accordion at Spey Fish. The very first year the Spey Fish was run. And I must have made a lasting impression on him because he became a wonderful guitarist, singer-songwriter.
Yep.
Mm.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His brother Hamish wasn't allowed to come because he was too little. So
We announced this departure to the previous guests end of November,
mm-hmm.
and we kind of asked if there was anything they wanted to say, or put forward, or any track like the tracks being picked tonight. Some have been picked by myself and Peter, and some have been picked by the guests that are in them. And last week, the week before, the last show, we had a video sent to us. You sent it on to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of sums up this person.
Yeah.
So we'll have a listen, and then we'll go straight into his track. This is Kenny McKenzie, who was up for Composer of the Year. And after you hear this, you'll know why. Here we go.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, Sunday nights will no be the same without our Peter and Davy. Their chat and their tunes are second to none and leave us all feeling cheery. From fiddlers to pipers and singers too, they bring us the very best. So it's such a shame on a Sunday night the boys will be taking a rest. But never say never, and let us all hope that our pals will be back soon, when we can all look forward to a Sunday again with a blast of our Tartan tune. Good luck, boys, and good New Year.
Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
Stop touching things.
I'm trying to message you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant.
If this wasn't our last show, you'd be getting sacked.
Do you know something? It wouldn't have been the same if I didn't touch something improperly, though. There we go. So, what happened there was, folks, I'm using my phone tonight because the internet's so bad up in Shetland with this storm that it works better on my phone. So, of course, whenever I try to touch anything, it all goes wrong. But fortunately, Davey was there to save the day, so we're not too bad. So, but
This points out we're still live.
Yeah, that's right. Brilliant playing for Kenny there, though. Magic.
Yes. Who's
Magic
accompanied by?
Who was playing with him there?
Our previous guest.
What guest was it?
Will Marshall.
Was that Will sitting there playing? It didn't look like Will.
Yeah.
But actually, good segue, Davey, good segue.
Yeah.
Because the next person we're going to talk about is Will. And one of the nice things about a lot of the people, I didn't know a lot of folk, but a lot of folk I have kept in touch with a lot, and Will is one of them. And he's an absolutely super musician. And he's brought a book out as well on tuition of accordion, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. But I think the thing about Will is that he doesn't really bother what other folk think of him. He's made that plain, and he doesn't want to just be one of the in crowd that sits and plays Scottish dance music the way Scottish people think it should be. He just likes to play music and do arrangements, and we kind of agreed on that we were like, yeah, absolutely, keep it fresh and keep it going. So Will sent us this wee message. We're going to have this one, and then we've got a wee video of Will when he done one online in COVID times, actually. And I think Ian Muir's on second accordion with that one, and Ian was also another guest at one point in time.
Hello everyone, Happy New Year to you guys at home and to everyone watching Tartan Tunes. As you can see, I'm on site here at the glorious Sleeping Beauty, Eden Court Canto. Tickets still available till January 7th, come and see us. I'd just like to wish everyone a Happy New Year.
Great stuff. And two of his own compositions there. And also another previous guest on the show, Archie McAllister on the fiddle there. Archie was on the show as well.
It's as if we planned it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's amazing doing it this way, actually, because we're playing them and going, oh, wow, remember we did that. So it's quite amazing.
The good thing about Tartan Tunes, and from my side, is that folk that you've interviewed and guests and things like that, they still, I don't know if you've seen this as well, but they still stop and chat to you in the real world.
Yeah, absolutely.
This next wee kind of snippet from Duncan Nicholson.
I'm looking forward to going down to a pipe band competition some year again, to the Worlds or something, because I reckon I'm going to meet so many folk that we've seen, and it'll be great.
You get yourself booked into the Worlds next year,
and
2024.
If Tartan comes with me, she'll be so annoyed because I'll stop and speak to her about every second person, and it annoys her.
The day goes faster, though.
Yeah.
Let's hear from former pipe major of Strathclyde Police, Glasgow Police.
Yeah.
Whatever they call themselves now. Duncan Nicholson.
Good evening, Duncan Nicholson here. Just to say congratulations to the job that Peter, Karen, Davey and Ross all did with the Tartan Tunes show through lockdown and keeping us going right up until now, week in, week out. I was more used to doing a no-comment police interview rather than getting interviewed, and having never known Peter before, I knew who Davey and Ross were, but I'd never known Peter before. The amount of things he knew about you, his research was very, very good indeed. Just to say congratulations on the job they did on the show right up to now. Sorry to hear it as wrapping up this Hogmanay, but well done everybody again. And here's a wee tune from some around here in Tenerife tonight. Thanks everybody. Slán go
Brilliant.
Lovely man.
Absolutely, and there's what being pipe major of the Polis does for you. You get holidays in Tenerife, and I'm sitting in my shed in a gale. And but I love the way there's a true piper for you, the practice chanter in the case.
Aye, yeah. I bet the other half wasn't happy with
that. It really was good.
The other thing as well is that we've managed to interview legends of the folk world.
Yeah.
And this is folk that were big when you were still playing about.
Yeah, and you know, some of the legends were the most down to earth, nice people.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to prove themselves at all. These guys had made it.
They'd done it. They was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. And this man is one of them. Ivan Drever, I was so pleased when I got in touch with Ivan. And he lives in Norway now.
Yeah.
And of course, he was playing with Wolfstone when I knew him many years ago. And in fact, I still miss him with Wolfstone. He had a really nice sound and vocal sound. I think he was a big part of Wolfstone's sound, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's just a fantastic songwriter, fantastic tune writer. Wrote some amazing tunes.
Yeah.
And Ivan sent us this wee video.
Hi folks, Ivan Drever here. Just a wee message to wish you all the very best and to say thank you for your years of hard work and dedication to the music. It's a wonderful thing that we all share. So again, all the very best to you all. Have a great new year, and here's a wee tune for you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful tune.
Isn't it?
Beautiful.
I mean, it was an absolute honour and privilege to have Ivan on the show, actually. I really, when we look back at some of these people, there's somebody else coming up later on, Alan Reid from the Battlefield Band, and I was almost timorous about approaching some of these people, but when you asked them, yeah, no, go on, let's do it. You know, it was just brilliant. You know, so
A lot of them wanted to tell their stories because they've never been given a chance. Because a lot of these acts see themselves as old hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're still doing the gigs here and there, but they're not where they were at their heyday. Yeah. But they loved coming on and telling us about their tours and their this and that and the stories that happened on the road, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
There's some amazing stuff we found out about these guys. It was great. The next person, I couldn't believe when he said I would come on the show. He's actually a pal of Gary Blair, the accordion player. And we've got a track for Gary coming up later on as well, actually. But this man, he says, why do you not get Mick McNeil on? I said, wait a minute, Mick McNeil. He says, is that Donnie McNeil that played the drums with you? Is that his brother? And he says, yeah. He said, but Mick McNeil played with Simple Minds. And he said, aye, that's him. Aye, he was the keyboard player with Simple Minds. He says, but he was an accordion player first. And I said, all right. Well, this interview was a joy from the start to the finish. Mick's got an incredible sense of humour as well. And just the stories about how he used the accordion to sit and write riffs for Simple Minds songs and all that kind of stuff. It was just a laugh a minute. It was up there with Fred Morrison's interview. Because remember that interview, I was nearly crying that night with laughter with Fred. But Mick, of course, is over in, I think he has a house is it Battersea? I think he has a house as well. Yeah. And when I said we were wrapping it up, he was like, oh, no, you shouldn't be wrapping it up. Then I'd wrap up the... but he's been a great supporter and just a really, really nice guy. He's kept in touch. And but I loved when he said to me, the only reason he got to join Simple Minds was because he was the only one with a synthesizer. Everybody else had accordions, and he got a synthesizer. So there we go. But here's a wee video that Mick sent us, and it's bra. It's great.
I haven't seen this yet.
I know.
Hello, Peter. How you doing? Mick McNeil here. I'm still in Battersea. I'm in the kitchen, as you can see. It's the kitchen. It all happens in the kitchen. All the best stuff happens in the kitchen. This kitchen actually sounds really good. It's got a really nice acoustic to it. Anyway, I'm sad to hear that you're winding down Tartan Tunes. Personally, I had a really good experience on there, and you and Ross really drew the best out of me, and had a really good interview. I'm still getting loads of positive feedback from that, and people are still asking me about it and watching it. No, it was really, really good. I forgot to wish you a happy Christmas, and I hope you and Karen and the family have all had a good time. Anyway, I'm going to play a wee tune that I wrote this year. It was for a lady in Barra. Mary Vol was her name, Mary Vol McLean. And the tune was for her 90th birthday. She's a lovely lady. And I wrote the tune, and it was kind of based on the McLeans, because my mother-in-law was a McLean. And she said before she died that everything would go wrong, all her organs would give up, apart from her heart. Apparently the McLean heart is a really solid thing, and it just doesn't stop. So I kind of used that as the inspiration for it, and my wife said to me, well, it better have a good beat. So I thought that was quite funny. And the best beat I could think of to go with a heartbeat was like a 2/4 march, the old Strass Bays. And I'm finding a lot of people are playing them too fast these days. My memory of Strass Bays was always a really solid thing. So that's made me think about the McLean heart. And apparently it is a thing, this McLean heart. Anyway, the tune's called Heart of McLean. It kind of makes sense, eh? And it goes like this. I'm going to try and play it as slow as I can. Anyway, here we go. That was Heart of McLean. Sounds good in the kitchen. Anyway, wish you all the best for the new year. And hope it all brings good stuff for you and the family and everybody up there in Shetland. All the best. Happy New Year. In fact, I could play... Happy New Year.
He's some guy. Another thing that tied in there with Mick as well was Duncan Nicholson that was on before.
Yep.
When Duncan was in charge of the Police Pipe Band, they'd done the concert at the pre-Worlds one, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yep. I think it was the World Concert, the concert hall.
And they got Mick along to play some stuff, and he done all this keyboards and things, and they done Belfast Child, which was, of course, the hit for Simple Minds, and then he done some other bits and pieces. But I always mind Mick sitting there behind his keyboard with a pipe major's full tunic on.
They did a big thing for World War One. I think it was. I think it was a centenary.
That was right.
Something like that. Yeah, it was really nice.
It was a brilliant arrangement.
It's available on YouTube and on CD, I think.
Yeah, it was really good. It was brilliant. Our next guest that we're going to go to here, we're moving about all over the country here. We're going for West Coast to East Coast. This gentleman, Alan Taylor. Alan also started doing a weekly thing right through COVID, singing slothy ballads and things. And he's still doing it. He was still on last night or something. And this was one of these situations where you say something. Obviously, I'd met him, got him on the show, interviewed him, and then I was down at Keith Festival. Was that last year with Andy Cade? And Alan was there and took me along to my first Bothy ballad competition. I'd always wanted to go to a Bothy ballad competition, and there was folk like Shona Donaldson was there, and all the absolutely just the stars of Bothy, and it was the best crack fun competition I think I've ever been at, even between the competitors. You know, they were suggesting to each other what song they should sing when they go up and things. I think you should sing such and such a day. All right, okay, I might do that. It was great.
How much that is mental warfare, though?
Oh well, I was great fun though. But so I got to meet all these guys, and then we met them at a couple of other festivals. But purely because of that and doing the show of meeting folk, yeah, definitely. So I think Alan sent us a wee message, and then he's got a wee song after it as well, hasn't he?
He did. His song is about Hogmanay, so that's quite apt for today. So let's hear from Mr. Taylor.
It's difficult to believe it's over 3 years since Tartan Tunes started, and personally I'd like to thank you for asking me to be a guest a wee while ago. It was a great pleasure and a great honour, and I'm sure that everybody that's watched over the last 3 and a bit years has enjoyed every single episode and appreciates all the work that the 4 of you have put in over a period of time. So thank you very much. I hope you all have a great 2024, and we'll hope to meet you somewhere soon. Cheerio with the new. The Old Balgary Road, quite appropriate for Hogmanay night, written by Gordon Mayes. Another year has come and gone, the old is on its way. We'll welcome in the new year in a good old-fashioned way. When the bells ring out across the loch, I know I'll always stay, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. When I see the red and blue and green and gold fuse into one, o'er the waters of Loch Leven, loyal 'neath the setting sun, then I'll take the old Balgary Road until my journey's done, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. I've one son in the army and another farms in north, then my daughter, she'll return to grace the land that gave her birth, and we'll all be reunited in the finest place on earth, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. When I see the red and blue and green and gold fuse into one, o'er the waters of Loch Leven, royal 'neath the setting sun, then I'll take the old Balgary Road until my journey's done, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. Mother plays the music, there's a song from each and all, there's dancing and a drum or two, but that's not bad at all. Then we'll shed a tear for absent friends and pictures on the wall, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. When I see the red and blue and green and gold fuse into one, o'er the waters of Loch Leven, royal 'neath the setting sun, then I'll take the old Balgary Road until my journey's done, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. Brothers, cousins, friends and neighbours, all are welcome here, and we'll ceilidh till the morning rays across the hills appear. Then we'll thank the Lord for what we have, part and best of cheer, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. When I see the red and blue and green and gold fuse into one, o'er the waters of Loch Leven, royal neath the setting sun, then I'll take the old Balgeddy road until my journey's done, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore, where the lights of home are dancing on the shore. The old Balgeddy Road. Have a great 2024, and we'll wish you peace, health and happiness for the whole year, and we'll hopefully see you somewhere soon. Cheerio on the new!
Brilliant.
Love it. Love it.
I think, did he say Gordon Mingus wrote that song there at the beginning?
I must have missed that. Not sure.
I think so. I think now. I wonder if it's the same Gordon Mingus as in Gabber Lindsay, the folk group Gabber Lindsay, and Robin Watson, and the two of them. They were great in the day. Great
Gabber Lindsay.
entertainers.
It was.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Great guys. Great guys. Robin's passed away now, but Gordon's still in the group. And he was a great songwriter. They were great entertainers. Great entertainers.
Yeah. The next video comes from Callum Wind, and this was part of the kind of the whole COVID thing. They did online piping contests.
Yeah.
And this is one he's forwarded in of his own composition for a piping competition. So that's how we listen to the pipes.
Yeah.
Hi there, my name's Callum Wind. I'm here to enter the Up to the Line Pipe Band Broadcast Online Solo Piping Competition. I'm here to enter the own composition competition, and the tune I'm going to play for that is Miss Lisa Monroe of Nairn.
nice tune. Nice tune. The first time I came across Callum was on the Yell ferry going between mainland Shetland and Yell at about 2:00 in the morning at an accordion and fiddle festival, because he plays the accordion as well.
Rather well, yes.
Rather well. So we're coming over on this ferry, and this guy gets a set of pipes out, and they said, we're going to have a strip the willow in the ferry at 2:00 in the morning in October. And this guy says, oh, I'll pipe for it. And I kind of thought, oh, God, what's going to happen here at an accordion fiddle festival? And this guy's going to pipe. And then he struck up his pipes and started playing, and I thought, no, wait a minute, this guy can play these. This guy can play these bagpipes. And then, of course, we got chatting after it, and he told me how he played with the police as well. He had played with Glasgow Police at one point, or Police Association, or whatever they're called nowadays.
Federation, yeah.
Federation, right. So it was nice meeting Cal, and he's kept in touch as well, which is really cool.
He's really tall.
Yes, aye. That must be. He would need to pick a house, wouldn't he? Probably when he went to move in, he would have to go in, stand, get the pipes struck up to make sure that he wasn't going through the raft. But that'd be it.
His sister works for Simon Howie.
Oh yes, yeah.
Who also
Simon. Of course, we never had Simon on as a guest. I've known Simon for years, and there was about, when I moved up to Shetland, it must have been about 20 years. Well, I've been up here 27 years ago, but about 20 years ago, Simon and his band were coming up to the Accordion Fiddle Club, and they were to judge the own tune competition, the same kind of idea as what Callum was doing there. Everybody submitted these tunes, and he phoned me up about a week before it, and he said, I've never had enough chance to sit and practice. He says, they want us to play the winning tunes. He says, do you know them? And I said, not really, but he said, well, you learn them. And I said, aye. He says, well, I'll buy you a pint or two for it. And I said, it's okay, I didn't drink, so it's
I'll
fine.
buy some sausages.
Well, he said, I said, but a steak pie will do, you see. So we done this thing, and I went and I sat and played the winning tunes for him and all that. And then I got called back into the hall, and he presented me with the biggest steak pie I have ever seen in my life. Wow. And the boys in the band were laughing, because apparently when it came up in the aeroplane, there wasn't enough room to put it in the seats. So the pilot had taken it in the cabin to the front with him, this massive steak pie. It would have fed about 50 people. So that was Simon's present to me. So it was cool.
Brilliant.
Our next act, it's been a pleasure watching these people get better and better and better and better. And you'd had kind of associations with their father.
Well, briefly, yeah. So when the whole COVID thing kicked off, and I was made, I was put in furlough, like no work for 18 months. I started pushing the music typesetting stuff.
Yeah.
And Papa Shand, Gordon, got in touch because he was looking to do a book of his own compositions, but pipe tunes.
That's right, yeah.
Which was a strange kind of concept for an accordion player to do that. However, he got Kyle Rowan, who is... You've got a book as well.
Because you done my ones as well, and I still have some, if anybody wants a copy. There's one or two left.
They got Kyle Rowan to do the initial typesetting and arrangement for the pipes, and then I kind of put it all back together again. And it was called Journey, because it was a musical journey, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's how I got in touch with him, and then you had him on the first show, I believe.
Very first show. Gordon Shand was one of the first guests. Yeah. And of course, the videos we're going to show is highlighting his amazingly talented children.
Offspring.
Yeah, the three of them, just so talented. And they won the upcoming Artist of the Year at the Trad Awards this year, which I was so pleased to see. And they're great kids. Well, they're not kids anymore. They're turning into adults.
Inver's still Cleland, Blythe. Inver's still, I think he's 15, 14.
Yeah. But incredibly nice children. Some of the best musicians I've heard in decades, to be honest.
Yeah.
So this is the Shan family, the Shans.
What are they
playing? Miss something. That's all I can see. Miss something. What is it, Miss?
Miss Emily.
Miss Emily, yeah.
My composition. Here we go.
Is this one of your tunes?
Yeah.
Fantastic. There we go.
This is from my book launch that I did during COVID. Here we go.
Of course. Lovely tune, Davey. Lovely tune. Yeah, very, very nice. And of course, Blythe playing the piano so beautifully there was in the BBC Young Traditional Musician of the Year this year as well.
Semi-finalist, yeah.
One of the youngest, I think, ever to be there.
She is the youngest to be in it. She's 17.
Yeah, fantastic. Just very, very good.
Let's not end on that. Let's bring it back up to date. Let's see them a bit proper closer to the age they've got now. Here's a quick blast.
Going for it. Brilliant. What these guys need to do is we need to see an album or a recording for these guys, definitely.
If they've not got one up their sleeve, then they need to sort it quickly.
Absolutely.
It's
a really strange thing as well. I've got an album recorded just now and it's getting mixed just now. My initial idea was to have it out for Christmas, but that didn't happen. So
well, you didn't say which Christmas.
Yeah, I didn't say what Christmas. But the other thing is, it's a kind of quandary just now whether to bring a CD out or not. or because we're in one of these grey areas just now where CD sales have definitely fallen away, no doubt about that. But I don't know if everybody wants a pen drive yet, kind of style thing.
Yeah, and the whole kind of iTunes thing, like iTunes rather than Apple Music, Spotify. iTunes isn't really a thing. Nobody pays for their stuff now. They're all on subscription and they just do it that way.
Yeah.
So
it's a kind of in between a rock and a hard place just now, and you wonder what to do with it. And I'm not bothered so much about making loads of money out there or anything like that, but getting it to people and people that want to play it. And to be honest, with the Scottish music that I play, the dancey stuff, but there's a lot of different stuff in this one. There's kind of Finnish stuff and all sorts of things. But it tends to be an older audience that's listening to that. So they tend to change is not good, and if you start saying here's just a computer stick, it's a bit like. But of course, a lot of cars don't even have a CD player anymore. So
true, that's true, that's very true.
So it's really difficult. But what do you do? Anyway, on to our next track here. This was a legendary night as well for Tartan Tunes. Getting the one and only Robert Matheson, Pipe Major Robert Matheson on Pipe Major Kilkenny, Pipe Major Shots and Dykehead, won the Worlds a good few times.
A couple of times.
Robert was great, and when we asked him to come on, he asked for a wee bit more time, and he went away and prepared lots and lots of stuff so as he could give us really good footage of stuff and things. And if he done the show live that night from, was it Gran Canaria or something?
Forteventura.
Forteventura. I knew it was one of the Canary Islands. Why is it called the Canary Islands, by the way? There's no Canaries.
I believe it comes from canine dogs. So it's Isle of Dogs is what it was called. And the Canary Islands, kind of, I don't know, Spanish translation.
Because I knew there was no Canarian. And then that made me think about the Virgin Islands after that. I wondered if there was any.
So this is a track from Bob Matheson and the former leading tip of Shots and Dykehead and world solo drummer numerous times, Mr. Jim Kilpatrick. So
and this is an older recording with the folk band with the Easy Club.
Yes.
Jim Sutherland and co. And unfortunately, we nearly had Jim lined up a couple of times to come on, but we're going to have to start a new show and get him on sometime.
Don't start. Your mother's already on it. It's just not.
Yeah, my mother wants us to get going again. Right. Anyway, so here is Rob Matheson and Jim Kilpatrick with the Easy Club.